All right, what's good with my dope people out there, man? I'm gonna hit y'all up with a great, crazy story I heard. Because you notice on my channel, I've been hitting y'all up with some stories about Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. So like and subscribe and definitely holla at me on the channel and I'll leave a comment. I just want to hit y'all up and welcome back to the channel too. But what's going on crazy is that Shannon Sharpe finally left the show today. And I don't want to judge the brother, but he started crying and doing all this stuff on the show that was a little odd to me. I didn't like that. The hell are you crying about? People leave jobs all the time. Now, in fairness, I do understand that he is richer and his life is way better than what it used to be. So I get that. But crying, my nigga? What the fuck? Guess you could say rising to that level was something he probably never saw himself accomplishing. So leaving it was really horrible for him. And he named everybody on the show. He thanked everybody who had something to do with his progression. But it still was just really funny to see him say all that. But I'm glad for him because at least he get to get away from old boy who actually became a hater. He was with that guy for years and they rocked together and they did things, in unison and worked together. And they had, I guess, a chemistry, if you will. But it all hit the crash. It crashed and burned because sometimes men can't be in the same realm with each other, and it's okay. Sometimes men being in the same realm can just only beget them becoming angry and enemies. I mean, it could be jealousy. It could be, all kind of stuff that stop guys from really connecting with each other and friendships grow and the people grow involved. And I think that's what happened with those two guys. Skip is in his 70s, and old boy Shannon is not even 60. So he is way younger than him. So it's just a gap that they won't be able to connect to. And a lot of stuff, I mean, because Skip never played sports, but he's around people who's in the Hall of Fame. So any kind of sense of disrespect is gonna always come back to that. Like, well, what the fuck are you doing? What have you done? But like any job, you don't really get to talk that kind of shit to your boss. You don't get to ask your boss, well, what have you done? Your boss gonna be like, what the fuck you talking about? It's my operation. And that's exactly what Skip did. Skip built that operation. So it's kind of disrespectful for him to say, what have you done? Well, you will have a job if it wasn't for me. And the NFL couldn't get you up in ESPN and first tell FS1, wherever they were. So it's just one of those things where sometimes when you grow, you got to kind of just separate. And even though we were definitely all fans of them and watched the progress that they show, as men they grew and they had to change up. So that could be a lesson to all of us, man. Sometimes when things get old or stale or boring or just the respect kind of dwindle, it's time to kind of just get away from that situation so you can both grow and continue to grow. They had an interview with Stephen A. Smith, who was the white dude, Skip Bayless' co-worker for years prior to that. He was on Cameron and Mace got a show together. So Stephen A. Smith popped out on there and he talked about his time with Skip and all that shit. They even had a beef once. Was after the show where he said that Skip snapped on him and did an hour show. Cameron asked the question, and he said that Skip did like an hour talk about Stephen A. Smith because he thought he heard Stephen A. diss him, but he didn't diss him. He just said that they moved in their separate ways, but it was him who helped Stephen A. get to where he was. So that was kind of crazy to see him bug out like that with somebody who he had such a history with. So, but we got homies like that that'll crash out, and at the end of the day, that's not their homie. Technically, he was their boss. He just was cool with them, and that is the reason why at your job, your boss is not cool with you. He go to work, you go home, he go home, or she go home. They don't really hang out with you. And if it is, it's like this event, like Christmas party or playing soccer or some shit on the weekend. It ain't like y'all hang out all the time. And if you do, that's a unique relationship. It's not consistent. It's not everybody do that. in that world, Hollywood, they taking photo shoots together. It's a little bit more glamorous than a normal job. Even though they work at an office, they work in an office, they got cubicles and shit just like a regular person. But they get on TV too. So it was a journey for old boy. And he learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? He was happy, he thanked everybody. He had met a lot of people throughout the time of being at that job, and he met a lot of people he was fucking with and they fucked with him. So I shot him out, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was a little weird for him to be crying and shit like that, big old grown ass black man crying over a job, but hey, it made his life better. He's probably more richer. He's probably a better person since he, got up there and was able to debate and become a little bit more astute in his conversations, being able to articulate himself better. He's a real loud dude. He speaks kind of boisterous and shit. So, a lot of times there's black people that can scare people. Just like me right now. I'm talking a little bit demure. My real voice is like up here. And this is how I normally talk. But if I'm in a room, people are gonna be scared. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm in the room by myself. It's literally nobody here. But if I talk like this constantly, most time when people hear me talk, they're gonna get afraid. And I'm not even doing shit. I'm literally standing still, just talking. But as black people, we know how to just kind of mellow out our tone. And that's why I kind of talk like this. Yeah, so anyway, the show and Shannon Sharpe has been a great person to kind of watch on TV. You know what I'm saying? But you can let me know in the comment section which voice you that appeals to you. Do you like me just being my regular self, just talking like this, or just being you self where I talk with my voice? I'm not even like projecting my voice. It's like my normal tone. There's nobody around me. I'm not thinking like, oh shit, watch that lady in that store. Oh, don't be too loud because these people might get nervous. You standing right here. Just how I talk. So, but right now I'm just talking calmly and low tone, just to express myself right now. Not trying to not I'm not even trying to put on the show and I talk like this normally, but I'm just talking in this little camera normal like this. But my tone just kind of eases up and it goes to this level. You know what I'm saying? Plus you see me smoking a little weed, calm me down. You know what I'm saying like that. But anyway, you can let me know in the comment section which voice you like. But when you see Shannon is up there all the time, especially when it's a conversation that he's kind of passionate about. He get up there, and then the other old guy, he's 72 years old, so his yelling days is over. He's like he gets up there if he try to, but he don't stay at a high pitched level or at a loud voice level. So, but Shannon Sharpe at home or Shannon Sharpe in the streets, he probably just like that, loud as a fucking kick it like he want to kick it. But TV, they accepted him on that show. They accepted him as who he was, and he could be himself on that show. And he made a lot of money, and he made a big ass impact. So, you know what I'm saying? That being said, I want to thank y'all for watching the show, coming to holler at me. I've been talking about Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless' little incident for a while because I didn't like how it all played out, but I do appreciate the fact that he spoke about it. They spoke about it as men, and now they went on with their separate life. So you let me know in the comment section what you think. This your boy Hood signing off right now. Hood Films. You can see the shirt. We're in the studio. Holla.